Hello guys and welcome to the first episode of the Who Got Next podcast. I'm Jack. I'm here with...
Zach and Raj. We're on the same mic, so we just don't know when to speak. So.
That's alright. We'll get the hang of it soon. This is our first ever attempt at a podcast.
Yeah, it's a professional operation over here.
So today we're just going to go through some of the over-unders that we have for this upcoming NBA season. And I think we'll split it into two episodes, East and West. I think we'll start off with the West as it's a more competitive conference as
Much
compared
more.
to that Eastern Conference side of things.
Much weak Eastern Conference.
So I think we start with what seemed to be the favourites with the biggest off-season moves in the Los Angeles Clippers. My team at 54.5 wins.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm going to take the over just as a slight over. They're just going to be so good and so versatile, I reckon. Even if Kawhi and Paul George are taking games off, I do feel a bit sus about Paul George. Like, he's missing the first bit of the season. He's not going to
surgeries, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be in training camp, but he must have been playing so hurt in those playoffs against Portland. Like, he didn't have a good series, but his shoulders must have been absolutely fucked. But yeah, I don't know. They're just going to be really versatile defensively, and I think they'll just kind of coast through even to 55 wins. It won't be that tough.
Well, I reckon I'm going to go under, but I reckon still over 50 wins, mainly because Kawhi took around 30 games off last season. Paul George's going to miss a couple of weeks of the season. It will, and then without them two, you're banking on Lou Williams every game. He's getting older. He might take some games off as well. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm just going to say under, but still above 50 games.
Well, I mean, last season, if you're talking about, they didn't have that many good players. They still had 48 wins last season with no one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no one, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, like, true star.
No
yeah,
true star.
they did outperform, like, their point differential or whatever, which is, if it's a bit too nerdy, but it's like their projected wins are, like, around 44, and they got to 48. It's normally a sign of, like, good coaching and, like, good clutch performing. But, yeah, I think they're still so complete. Like, Landry Shamet is, like, their 8th, 9th guy. Like, Jamal Green, Magruder, Harkless, like, yeah, I reckon they're going to be...
Yeah, Harkless is a sneaky pickup, I reckon. He brings a nice two-way player. But, yeah, he's a clamp.
So you're both going over?
I'm going under.
Under?
But still above 50 games.
Yeah, I'd take 54.5.
Okay, yeah.
That's not knocking the talent, just due to health.
Durability.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a
Durability.
regular season thing. It's not...
Yeah, exactly.
And now one of the next favourites in the West, the Utah Jazz. Some very sneaky under-the-radar pickups.
What are they? What's the line at?
54.5 as well.
Yeah, fuck, that's so high. Like, they always just start so slow. Like, they always go on this, like, 55, 60 win pace to end their seasons. But, like, they just always have that slow start coming out of the gate. And they'll play 500 ball for a while. I don't know, I reckon that's way too high. I'll take them being, like, a 50-win team, but 54.5 is quite high. And Conley is, like, notoriously...
Injured.
Yeah, not healthy. And if as soon as he goes down, they're...
Same team as last season, except for Bojan.
Yeah, and they have a bit less of depth. Like, they're going to be good. 54.5 is high.
Yeah, look, I'll probably go under as well. But they start the season off slow with Quinn Snyder trying all these like offensive new schemes and stuff like that. But I reckon this season they're going to try go hard from the beginning because they understand that home court advantage is going to be very key for them. But I don't bank on Conley being healthy the whole season. Yeah. And then when he goes down, their backup point guard spot is very weak. Their guard play is quite weak. And
who even is there? Who's behind like Mitchell and Conley? And
if you got Dante, if he's healthy ever, and then you like you just I don't know. So I will probably say under, but still a 50-win team. I still back them. I think they're a good team. Bojan's a nice pickup. He averaged 20 points a game for the second half of the season. Yeah. That starting five is one of the best in the NBA, I would say.
Yeah, I mean they did have 50 wins last season, 50 on the dot. So. With those two pickups, you can kind of see that being helping in 4 or 5 more wins, maybe.
Yeah, you can see it. Just the health thing is probably my biggest. And just without, if any of them are injured, just like the depth is poor that they're just going to like, it won't be the same team if those two, if Conley's injured. But they are really good defensively. There's no weak links like Jingles. He's really good defensively. He's also just straight up cash.
Yeah, it's
shout
money.
out to my boy Joe.
Jingle and Joe is money from 3. And he's a great playmaker, I must say.
Yeah,
runs that pick and roll with Rudy Gobert beautifully.
Yeah, Gobert's probably the best defensive player in the league. And
yeah, I would say so. So Zach and I both going under on this one.
Yeah, just because it's a bit high.
But we both agree over 50 wins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This next team, I'm very excited to see how this backcourt performs in the Houston Rockets. 54.5.
Fuck off. I seem to be standing alone on this one. How much?
54.5.
Like, isn't this just the weirdest fit ever?
It is the weirdest fit ever.
I know they're like two of the transcendent players of the decade, but like, this has got to be the weirdest fit.
It's going to be very weird to see.
Some of the highest usage players of all time. Two of the highest. Yeah.
It's not even some. It's the statistically
Two
two highest like usage rates ever. Well, Westbrook in that like 2016-17 season was at like 40 something, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Some ridiculous numbers.
And Harden was at like near 40
Yeah.
this year as well. I don't know. They both just like don't play off ball anymore at all. Like Harden did in Oklahoma, but
that was years ago,
it's like,
and that was 6 man.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago. He's not going to be doing it. And they're both just at their best with the ball in their hands. I just feel like if they're both on the court at the same time and Westbrook's got the ball in his hands, it's just going to be like less efficient than when Harden has the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
But like,
so definitely the under.
I'm taking the under just because like fuck this fit. Like they could get there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not crazy confident about it, but I'm just like, I don't like it.
I'm gonna back them as a regular season team. I'm gonna say over. I don't back them in the playoffs because I just don't think that it's gonna work Westbrook off the ball. But I think in the regular season, it's still hard to stop Westbrook and it's still hard to stop Harden.
Yeah.
Like, that's still a dynamic backcourt. And obviously there's some nice pieces around them. Westbrook's never played in a system like this where it's like, obviously spread pick and roll, this many shooters around him.
I'll
It'll
give
be
you
pretty
that.
interesting.
Yeah, I'll give you that if he's like playing with 3-4 shooters around him and he gets to start running things with like Clint Capella, he is a really good lob thrower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, for all his knocks, he's still like an elite player.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, I don't know. I just feel edge about like the depth is a bit sketch because their owner's so cheap. Like he's refused to go into like the luxury tax, and it's just like hurt their team pretty hard. But like PJ Tucker,
Re-signed Eric Gordon, 4 years, 73.
yeah, that last year not guaranteed. That's pretty good pickup. Apparently, it's if he makes an All-Star team or they win a championship, that it becomes guaranteed.
That's interesting.
So it's effectively a 4-1 unless they win. I don't see him making the All-Star team, but he is a really good fit for that particular team.
I don't see them winning either. But I'm actually going to go over. Yeah, I say over. They're very durable players. They both easily could play 80 games this season.
Yeah, Westbrook, athletic point guards don't age as well as people think they do. Like
No way. Yeah, especially without a jump shot.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And
we talked about this last week, but those shooting splits from last year,
mate.
you don't have to specify them. Everyone knows, but those were tough.
Yeah, and when it comes to the playoffs, I don't see Westbrook. He's been struggling the last two playoffs. Like, I don't see it happening. But yeah, so regular season team, I'm going over. Zach's going under.
Yeah.
Jack, what do you say?
I've always been a big Russell Westbrook fan, and I really want to see how he performs in a obviously new environment and coaching style. I also think he'd semi-relish as being the second option again as well, as he was in Oklahoma to Kevin Durant.
He showed better like last season that he can play a bit off the ball.
Yep.
But it's just not off the ball, but like deferring a bit to Paul George.
Yeah.
But like when he gives up the ball, he can just stand still, doesn't move, and players can easily help off him.
Yeah.
As long as you cover the key.
And both Harden and Westbrook's defense is pretty poor. I feel like if they're going up a team with like two good guard like offensive players, then it's going to be a bit.
I agree.
Like Westbrook is.
He's an overrated defender. Westbrook.
If they versus the Warriors, like in a playoff series, if Clay was back, I'd 100%.
Even without Clay, you got Curry and D'Angelo.
But they struggle on defense as well.
Who? Steph is like not as bad as a defender as people think. It's just because in the finals, LeBron was switching onto him.
Yeah.
Like every like 60 possessions a game. Like who can stop LeBron?
Yeah, no, Steph's a good team defender, but I think if you ISO him against James Harden's gonna.
Yeah, because James Harden's like 6'6", he can get that step.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not Steph's fault, but D'Angelo is just a bad defender.
Oh yeah, no, I'll take that.
I don't see him like. Let's face it, Westbrook's still hard to stop when he's coming downhill at you. Like.
Yeah, but he still shoots like 40% from the field.
Yeah, no, I back that. Like, you saw in the playoffs, he struggled against Portland.
And Houston didn't run it as much like this year.
As previous years. I think they have to change up their system a little bit. There's no way, you can't just put in Russell Westbrook into this.
You can't just put him in Chris Paul's role, because Chris Paul was like a 40% 3-point shooter plus.
Yeah, he's a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
Yeah, really good passer and defender.
Exactly.
So we'll see.
Anyway, over, under.
Over.
What's up next?
Denver Nuggets, 52.5.
I take this as one of like my best bets to go over. I think internal development, like they're all
52.
52 and a half, really young team. And Jokic, I see, is like probably a top 6 to 7 player at the moment. Like
MVP candidate, I reckon.
yeah, that'd be a dark horse. I don't know if he'll get there, just because like I was talking to Jack about this yesterday. Just like the production numbers, you have to really be up there to.
Yeah,
Get
100%. And Denver doesn't play that way.
Yeah, and Jokic just always makes the right play. Like he's not there to get like his own
Exactly. Yeah.
box score stats. Yeah, I think he's one of the most valuable players. But I'll take the easy over on this. I reckon they'll get to 52 and a half.
Yeah. No, that's an agreement right there.
I know Millsap's like he's declining because he's getting older, but I'll still take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over as well. I think Gary Harris is gonna play better this season. Kind of struggled last season, but let's face it, he's a great like two-way player. Can be a great 3-and-D player. Obviously, you're gonna probably see improvement from Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
I would hope to see. And yeah, I mean, the only weakness in that roster is their small forward. Talked about this before. Torrey Craig probably, or Malik Beasley probably gonna play that small forward position, but like I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know. Defend these wings might be an issue, but yeah, over. Jokic is gonna make improvements.
Yeah, and he was like good defensively last. Not like great, but he knows how to be in the right spot. He doesn't have like crazy verticality because he's so fat and like can't really jump. But like he's always in the right spot.
Yeah, plays it well.
And he's such a smart player.
You got a good defensive team. Like Jamal Murray's the only team kind of minus on defense.
Yeah,
but he can improve that. He's got the body for it. He's got the athleticism for it. So
did they make any like sizable changes to their roster?
They got Jeremy Grant, which is a nice little pickup.
They traded that first round pick. Yeah, I fully forgot that. That'd be
That'd be a good pickup, I reckon.
Yeah, solid next to Jokic.
Exactly. Just for like didn't have to give up much. I know it's a first, but like a first for them isn't a high pick.
It's probably gonna be like the 25th pick.
Yeah, like I think some first round picks like sometimes overrated, especially when it's one of these high teams giving up.
After that Brooklyn trade, first round picks became the most valuable thing because everyone was like so scared that they were just gonna give up like the first and third pick.
But there's no way that Denver's pick is going in the top 10 in the lottery.
Yeah,
so
for sure. But now people are trading them more just because like they're not as valuable.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Both going over on this one.
Both over. All right. The next Los Angeles team, the Lakers, are at 49.5.
I'll start us off here. I'm probably gonna say under. Like LeBron needs to take some breaks. People forgetting he's getting older. He's 35. He's gonna have to take a break, and the depth at the guard lineup is just not there. So when LeBron's not playing, who's their prime? Like you're gonna run Rondo as your primary ball handler.
Yeah, Rondo's not good anymore.
Yeah, he isn't. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna say under, but when LeBron's playing, when Anthony Davis is playing, that's probably the best duo in the NBA. I would say.
Yeah,
so
I would.
It's definitely gonna be hard to
Their
stop.
closing lineup is gonna be cash, but they're just gonna like struggle when they don't have their two best players on the court. And 49.5 is probably perfect because I'm so split on what to do on this one. I'm gonna take the under just because like regular season they're not gonna push it. I think as soon as they're in the playoffs, they don't really care about seeding. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I agree. And he's not a regular season player. Like he obviously puts up the stats, but he's not going full power the whole time.
There's no point. Like you just realized in that 2018 Cavs season that like you just need to get in the playoffs.
Exactly. Especially when you got LeBron James, you get the playoffs.
He'll take anyone.
But interesting discussion here. Who would you guys start for the team? I was thinking I would probably go with Avery Bradley, your starting point guard, with Danny Green.
Bradley is a point guard.
Because you don't need another primary ball handler out there, really. Like Bradley or Quinn Cook for me.
They do just need a guard defender on that starting five.
Guard defender, and like in Boston, I know it was quite a bit ago for Avery Bradley, but the way he cut off the ball would work so well with LeBron James. Like his off ball movement's very nice. Needs to improve, not improve, but regain his form from three a little bit, which we saw at the end of his Memphis season.
Yeah, he's been a bit injured though in like the past couple of seasons.
But if he stays healthy, he's still a good defender. Can cut well off the ball and just make it open three, which is all you need with LeBron James.
So you see them starting regular two guards, two forwards, and then a center, or do you see them doing that?
They're not going to start
full lineup.
Anthony Davis at center.
Anthony Davis has said he doesn't want to play center.
Yeah, so, like he'll play it in closing lineups for sure.
Yeah, especially against these small ball teams.
So you reckon Kuz comes off the bench then?
Yeah, I would
reckon?
Say. I think so. I think they're going to run McGee with Davis, LeBron, Green, and Bradley.
Because the way they were like semi-hypothesizing it was having LeBron at the 1, Green at the 2, and then having Kuz at the 3, which was going to be a bit wild.
I don't think that
was just going to be very tall lineup.
LeBron should probably play power forward while Anthony Davis plays center. That's probably their best.
That would be
lineup.
their best line. That would be closing lineup.
And he like if LeBron's guarding power forwards, then he just like doesn't have to run as much.
Yeah, and LeBron's not the defender he used to be, especially in the regular season.
Yeah, I think that's a bit overhyped, but like he's not good, but he's not bad.
He's not bad, but he's not not locking anyone down. And Kuz is not a great defender either, so I wouldn't run them both out there defending the wings.
Yeah,
but in the closing lineups, yeah.
I mean, either way, if they choose to go tall ball or small ball, they can be very successful in that.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is a great defender. Like, people forget since he hasn't played. Like, he's one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Yeah, people did forget quickly. Like, that 2018 season where he came second in MVP voting to James Harden. Like, that was...
Yeah.
He was going... When Boogie went down, he just went off.
Let's not forget. Like, and he can switch on to smaller players, so...
Yeah. I think people just turned against him when he, like, just turned the Pelicans into turmoil.
Yeah.
Like...
Can you blame him?
I actually can't. Like,
he gave them
I know
so many years.
People hate it, but like I lean towards the player empowerment. Like teams can trade players whenever they want, and so players can request trades. I reckon whenever they want. Like it's,
totally agree.
But he kind of just torpedoed the whole fucking season when he's like trade me, and then they're like, no, we're gonna wait until. Which they had every right to do it. Just like must have been such a toxic situation.
100%.
But then like it got to the stage where the NBA said you have to play him for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
well,
so it's just checking into games.
Yeah. And then as soon as it got to 20-0-0, he'd come off.
I mean, it's unfair to the fans. I mean, they pay big money to go watch Anthony Davis play, and then you can't see it coming.
Those Pelicans fans paying that big $25 a game, dude. Those tickets are cheap as
No, it's not just that. It's also these away games and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Changing it out for Jahlil Okafor.
Hey, Jalil played alright, but he's not going to play well next season. I don't think so. Alright, well, yeah. But Zach and I both going under on this one.
Under? 49.5?
Yeah, I'll take the under.
But not much under. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
Alright, a very new look side this season, but could still be very good, I guess. Warriors, 49.5 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a perfect line as well.
I'd probably lean towards under.
Yeah. Just if they have any injuries, they're kind of a bit fucked. Like Steph has to play 75 games, or it's just
same with Draymond as well, I reckon.
Yeah, him and
but he's pretty durable as it is.
Yeah, him and Steph have to play 75. I'm totally just going to take the under. They've lost their defense is just going to plummet. They've lost their three best perimeter defenders in Clay, Andre, and Durant, and you're putting in like. What McKinney like fuck off and D'Lo's bad and Steph like isn't great and Draymond's just gonna have to be covering so much ground. I'll take the under, but if Clay comes back, I think they're like probably
over.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna be a threat in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, when Clay comes back, they'll be a threat.
Yeah,
but also I think we talked about this before. Well, firstly, I'm gonna say the depth is quite poor. Like. Off the bench, they don't have many great players. They got Alec Burks, I guess, Glenn Robinson, but like these aren't players that are moving the needle much. But yeah, we were saying before, if they trade D'Angelo Russell, this could change. So I suggested trading D'Angelo to Minnesota for Robert Covington, Josh Okogie, or Jeff Teague in a pick, something like that, something along those lines. That'd be pretty cool, I would say, and would benefit both teams quite well.
Yeah, but Covington's on like 10 mil, so they'd have to make up some more salary cap to like.
Yeah, so that's why you probably include someone like Jeff Teague.
No, the Warriors want fucking Jeff Teague.
But he's on an expiring contract.
Yeah.
So
okay.
They would allow. I think they would take that as long as they chuck in a pick or something in there as well, and that's a backup point guard for them.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
Jeff Teague point guard at $20 million a year.
Man, just some worse contracts in the NBA than that.
That is a fact. I don't think that's terrible. It's just like be funny.
No. But this depends. I'm gonna go under as well. It depends kind of what they do with D'Angelo, but. There's obviously going to be an adjustment period with D'Angelo and Steph, but Steph is one of the easiest players to play with, I would say.
Yeah, I think, he's the most, like, scalable player in the whole league.
Yeah, you can run him so many different ways.
He'll do whatever it takes to win. Like, most players want to win on their terms than being the best player, but he just cares about, like...
It's all about winning.
Winning the aggregate. Like, like, the second best player in the league came to his team, and he still, like, put up good numbers, but...
So, Zach and I both going under, but... Still reckon they're a playoff threat, especially if Klay Thompson comes back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another team that had to make moves in this off-season to kind of equate for injuries kind of thing, Portland Trailblazers.
Look, I don't know. I don't think they're This Hassan Whiteside deal, I guess, it's filler for when Nurkic gets back, but let's not act like Hassan Whiteside is like a top-notch player. He's not. Like he'll probably get played off the court quite often. They didn't really gain any good bench players. They lost Seth Curry and Evan Turner.
And
great players.
Myers Leonard.
And
well.
yeah, but Myers Leonard was part of this trade to get Hassan Whiteside. So I don't know. I reckon there'll be. I don't know. What was the line on them again?
46.5 wins.
I'll probably take over because they're a good regular season team, and I think players like Fernie Simons and stuff, the backup, is gonna be their backup point guard. Could be nice for them, but I think they've got worse.
Yeah, I think re-signing Hood is good. 46.5 is probably right, just because like Hassan Whiteside does fit the way they play defensively. They just like drop big, just get you to take mid-range jumpers all day, and I think he'll be fine with just sitting in the paint and like taking away anything there.
Yeah, but I think like, he can get played off the court very easily if you just pick on him.
I think that's like a bit overhyped in the regular season. Like people don't get played off the court as much.
Oh yeah, in the regular season, yeah, I agree.
So like in the playoffs he cannot be out there at all. Like he'll just get abused. But like in the regular season, I think it's fine. I think 46.5 is a bit low. Like I'll take the over on this one.
Yeah, they're a good regular season team that always goes for home court advantage.
Yeah, McCollum like 28 hitting his prime. Lillard's gonna have like another.
He's gonna be crazy as usual.
Yeah, good season. Yeah, not having Nurkic is a big loss, but
I guess they got Ken Bazemore as well. Might give them some defense, but yeah, they got worse on like depth wise. Maybe you see some improvement from Zach Collins. Like he played much better in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. So maybe he continues that.
Yeah, he's still 21.
Yeah, he's young. I like Anthony Simons as well, so I'm keen to see what he brings next season. He's only 20 as well, but I'm keen to see what he brings.
Okay.
So Zach and I are both going over.
Yeah.
Over. Okay. San Antonio.
Fuck.
They are also at 46.5.
See, I hate this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say over. Like, I want to say under, but like, they always seem to find a way to win.
Yeah, they beat bad teams and they just like are really good at execution.
Yeah.
Like they had the fifth best offense last season with like them taking the most mid-range jumpers, which is hilarious. But like they just hit them at such a high clip that it
shoot a nice percentage from three, and they don't take that many.
Yeah, they shoot like 40 almost from three, but they don't take
many at all. I don't know what to say here.
Yeah, they're over under last season. They must have blown that out of the park, I reckon.
Well, last season they had 48 wins.
Yeah, so I reckon their over under was around like 45 probably. And what's it, 46.5 as well?
46.5, yeah.
They didn't really pick up too many players this offseason. They got Damari Carroll. It's okay.
DeJounte Murray back.
DeJounte Murray's back, so that'd be interesting.
Like some internal progression for like Derek White and stuff.
I see Derek White playing better.
I'm just gonna take over until they dug me. Yeah.
Yeah, take over until they prove different.
Don't think they're a threat or good, but they win games.
They win games in the regular season. I don't think they're gonna do much in the playoffs at all. But
yeah, I give it to them.
And I would say DeRozan's might try to go hard this season. Just contract year.
Oh yeah, he might get traded.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. It would be in their best interest, I would say.
If they don't get results this year, I reckon they're booting Aldridge and DeRozan just straight out of there.
They're not that kind of team, though. They always try to win. They never tank.
Yeah, Aldridge 34.
But if they can get some decent like forwards that are young to pair with DeJounte Murray and Derek White.
But I don't know. They don't like to play like that. They could easily have got some young players for Kawhi, but they decided to keep trying to win and get DeMar DeRozan.
Like, fair enough they didn't want like Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and stuff. Like,
yeah, exactly. So
like I know people get on them for like that trade. At the time, the consensus wasn't like, oh, the Raptors fleeced.
No,
because Kawhi like injured a year,
and DeMar DeRozan was still like
he's still
one of the best scorers,
perennial all-star.
Yeah, exactly.
So averaging like 26 a game, but yeah, I don't think Boston was willing to trade Jaylen Brown for him, which is probably dumb in retrospect. Yeah. But like he was out a year, so like fair enough if you didn't want to trade for him. But yeah, I don't know who they could have got and like what deals were out there for him.
Yeah,
except the Lakers one.
The Lakers one, and they maybe could have got some younger players from somewhere. But like
there was word Magic didn't want to give up Ingram, but like
that would have been. He definitely should have.
Fucking.
But like.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Mate, settle me down.
Yeah, but the consensus point here is that this team always is trying to win, so I don't see them trading DeRozan for someone that's just in total tank mode.
Marco Bellinelli.
But yeah, so Zach and I,
Oh, Patty Mills is
You know what?
cash. Yeah, I'm taking the over.
he's gonna take over. I'll take under, but like, I'm not confident about it because they always find a way to win.
Yeah.
But like, just look at the roster. I just don't believe in them too much. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
that's
tough
fair.
to say.
Patty Mills, 31. He's probably going MVP season next year.
Greatest Australian player.
I mean, if they play him how he's been playing in Boomers,
Alright, yeah.
it's just
Yeah, side note, Boomers are wet. Like,
They are
How
wet. Taking
very
down
good.
Canada. Woohoo. Let's go.
nice.
alright. We're now moving into somewhat lottery zone almost.
That.
We've got Mavericks, who probably won't be lottery, but could be very close.
What are they, around 40?
39 and a half.
Over, baby.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
We're going over, baby.
I'm going definitely under on this.
Why are you going over, Zach?
I just think
What do you think? What?
I just think Doncic is so good. Like, the production he made when he was 19 years old. Like, I know you can't just expect, like, linear progression, but with him, he's just, like, already so skillful. He's such a good passer. He's already got the shot. He's got, like, the step back as well. And just, I think getting Porzingis in there is enough. I think it's enough to be a 500 team. I don't think they're, like, any kind of threat. But, yeah, they got, like, some all right pickups. They got Seth Curry back.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think that they're a 500 team, and I'll give it to him. I think Porzingis is cash. He's 24. Like, he won't be good at the start of the season because going back into NBA games, it's tough. Like, we're
Especially
coming
when
up. Yeah.
how long he's been off.
What? He's a 7'3" guy with a torn ACL.
That's going to be tough.
Like, injuries will plummet this into the under, but I
mean,
got faith.
In that season, he did tear his ACL. He was averaging almost 23 points.
He's going bonkers.
He was going
two and a
crazy.
half blocks.
Yeah, but let's not act like he's going to come back and like.
Yeah, he's
do
not going to
that.
come back to
He's
that.
going to be able to shoot, though.
Oh,
yeah, he will. But what I see is like, they should play him at the 5, but they won't because like his injury. So he's gonna play him at the 4 to start with. And
You reckon?
yeah, I reckon they definitely should play him at the 5.
What? He's like 7'2", 7'3".
7-3, yeah.
Who's their center?
What, like Dwight Powell?
Yeah, I just don't think he's good. They're gonna play him at the 5 to start the season.
Also says power forwards here, but no.
That's just too much pressure on a player that's torn his ACL coming back. You can't play him at the center straight away. So I reckon they're gonna play him power forward. But I back that when he is healthy, Doncic and him will be a very good duo. They're gonna work well together.
And that's why they will be over 500.
I don't think they go over 500 though. I'm just gonna say
Well,
under
they won
500.
like 33, 34 last year.
Last year they won 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still saying under.
They were 14th in the West.
That's fucked. The West is that just deep.
They're definitely not making the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's not the...
You have to win like 45, 50 games to make the playoffs in the West anyway.
It's not the question, though. It's 39 and a half, and we're going over.
I'm gonna say under. Close under, but under.
All right. New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh no! Alright, we've talked about this. We've argued about this. I'm gonna speak for both me and Zach right now. We're both slamming the under. Alright.
Matt, too much discussion has gone around this dead set mediocre team.
Look, the only good player is Drew Holiday. I mean, he is a star player, so besides him, it's not a good team. Zion's not gonna be. He's not gonna be an MVP All-Star player in his first season.
Yeah,
right?
dude hasn't been playing many games at all, and you just can't be in shape going into the season.
I mean, this team, in my opinion, could be 500 if everyone's healthy. That is a big if for this team. You got Lonzo, who has struggled to put together 50 games in a season. You've got Zion, who played one summer league game.
Yeah, one summer league game, but Zion.
He's just not in shape. He's just not in basketball shape.
Brandon Ingram covering off blood clots,
Which apparently is going to be okay, but you never really know.
Yeah, but the fit on this team is weird as well. Like,
it is going to be a bit of an odd lineup to start with. Well, what are we saying? Lonzo at the 1, Drew at the 2, Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4, and then who at the 5?
Probably Derek Favors, maybe.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Jackson Hayes can play the 5, but I don't think they're going to start him. But
I mean,
it's 19.
yeah, they're not going to start him.
In saying that, though, they're summer league team. I know you can't win off a summer league team, but their summer league team was a very entertaining and good team to watch.
Yeah, they've got nice young players. I like Jackson Hayes. He's actually really good, but like, I don't know about this team, man. Like,
I just feel like it
definitely
comes down
under.
to durability. They're like Lonzo and Drew put together a full season together. That's a very good defensive.
But
backcourt.
but Lonzo, it's a poor like offensive lineup. Like that whole side lineup is just poor offensively. There's barely any shooting. Like I would lean towards starting Drew with JJ. Like if they want to win, like I just don't back that starting lineup. And like, I just don't think they're gonna win many games.
Fuck off nerds who are like this team, like they like this team and like this fit. There's so many young dudes.
Yeah.
Like Ingram, I've said this before, but he just hasn't shown anything. Like he's good at getting his shot off and he's actually an alright passer, but the ball just doesn't go in. He just doesn't score.
And if he wants to be like provide like his best performances, it's gonna be him with the ball, primary ball handler. Yeah. He played so poorly off the ball with LeBron. Like,
he's so skinny as well.
Yeah,
he's so fucking skinny.
But he is 22, so eventually I reckon he'll get there. He's got the skills.
Yeah, fuck the Kevin Durant comparison.
Oh no, that's not good.
But like you said, Raz, like he needs to be that focal point of the offense for him to be able to play well. Like we saw with him in Los Angeles. I think there was a game against Boston where Rondo hit that game winner.
Oh yeah.
It was LeBron was on the floor as well, and Ingram took the ball from the inbound and was, I want this game winner. Missed the game winner, and it just bounced to Rondo. Yeah, where LeBron was standing at the top of the 3-point line waiting for the ball to come to him because he knows he should be having the ball in the final possession. Yeah. I think it just, Brandon Ingram's mentality needs to be that I need to be that focal point. I can be that next LeBron type player.
Well, in this team, he's going to have that opportunity to be that player. But back to the question, like, under.
Yeah, JJ Redick's cash. He's 35.
35, and he's a poor defender now.
Yeah, he's never been good. He's smart, but he's too short.
Yeah, he's too short.
He just gets beaten. Yeah, and Josh Hart, fuck off. I
don't want to talk.
So many of these dudes wouldn't get fucking talked about for a second if they didn't get drafted to LA.
Yeah, back that.
Everyone just hypes motherfuckers up who
totally agree with that.
Lakers.
So you're both slamming under. I'm going over. Like very close to like 39, 40 wins. If they're all healthy, I'll put an asterisk there. If they're not healthy, they are going.
I will bleach my hair and get a bowl cut if this team wins 40 games or more.
Done. You've heard that here first, guys.
It's on record.
Fuck this team.
But it's not happening. It's not happening. I agree. Fuck this team. Besides Drew, who is a beast. Okay. On to the next one.
Next one. A team that I'm very interested to see how this backcourt progresses. Sacramento. 37.5 wins.
Yeah, I think that's pretty low.
Yeah, I'm going over.
They did lose their center as well, which was like a pretty big part of their offense last season.
He's alright. He signed with the Warriors for like $3 million.
Yeah, cheap.
Yeah, not a lot.
But I mean, Dwayne Dedman will almost bring similar stuff to he did. Yeah. Like he's not like Willie Cauley-Stein did anything crazy out there. He was a hyper athletic running center, like which is nice. But
I like this team. Like they got Corey Joseph. They probably overpaid for him a bit for a backup point guard, but that's still solid man as a backup point guard. Ariza, like he's so overrated, but he's still a fucking like he shoots threes and he defends.
They overpaid for their like veterans they got, but like if you're not thinking about the money, they're still good pickups.
Yeah, just think about like are they going to hit this line? Yeah. Harrison Barnes is like
They've
he's
still
solid.
Got Bogdan, don't they, as well? Bogdanovic.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, he's.
And Bielitsa, he's cash.
Yeah, Bielitsa's cash. I don't know how well he fits with the offense, but he's still cash. I mean, it'll be I'd like the team.
Like the shooting on here is pretty good. I think Bagley is good. Like
Bagley's very good.
At the start, I was like, obviously they should have picked Doncic. Like that's facts, but he's still a good pick for number 2.
He could have a very good sophomore season.
I mean, I love how they played him. Like they didn't force him to start. Like they kind of made him work for it, playing off the bench a little bit. It was pretty cool.
I think teams need to do that more. You just throwing players in the deep end and they just get smashed their first season.
I totally agree. But I love De'Aaron Fox. I think he's like that jump he made between like last season. So I can't wait to see what he does this season.
Yeah, and this team's just gonna run the ball down people's throats. They're just
they're such a quick team, and Buddy Hield is cash.
Yeah, he's wet.
So both going over on this.
Fair.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit low.
Right. Next up is a team that I'm very sick and tired of waiting on to see what they do.
I wonder who this is.
I wonder who it is.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Just like you've got some decent draft prospects, and every year you're saying, "Oh, this year's off for some reason. Wait till next year." It's just getting to the point where it's just not a good team.
It's disappointing when they didn't make the playoffs. Like,
With Jimmy Butler 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, they did make the playoffs.
Yeah, they
sorry,
did.
you mean last season?
yeah, and it's just going to be disappointing again when they don't.
They're at 34 and a half.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go over, because that is very low.
What is it?
34
and a half.
Yeah, it is low.
This team's...
Last season, they had 36.
Yeah, no, Karl Anthony Towns is a stud. Like, he can play.
I'll take the over. It's just because it's so low, though. Like, I still don't give
Yeah,
a
I know,
fuck.
it's not much over than that. Like,
This team, yeah, you would have thought, like, 2-3 years ago that they were on the rise to be, like, really good.
oh, yeah.
Culver's a good pickup, and Covington, if he's healthy, is, like, he's very
He's good. But, like,
Teague and Cat, but, like, yeah, Cat's only 23.
just looking at the run sheet and seeing rookie Max next to Andrew Wiggins just hurts me.
Oh my
Like,
God.
it hurts me. We've been waiting years for this. Come on, Andrew. Like, bring something this season.
He just, like,
He really needs to do something this season.
he's
He
just
had-
such an empty calorie player.
Yeah.
He just,
Yeah.
like, loves taking contested 20-footers and doesn't play defense.
And he has the tools for it. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, he's athletic, he's long. Like,
yeah.
for
Like,
a small forward.
oh, man. Like, he could play. Like, I don't know. We're both going over on this, but, like,
Yeah,
they're not making the playoffs. They're not doing much more than that.
Going over on, like,
Okay.
mid-30 wins team doesn't make me feel, like, any better about myself.
Yeah, fair
Still
enough.
think Cat is cash.
Yeah, sure. Next up is a team that I think everyone's semi-disrespecting a bit in this West. I think they're not really giving enough love to this Oklahoma City team.
Yeah, actually.
It's
Agreed.
putting it at 31 and a half wins as their over-under, I think, is a bit low for
Yeah.
that starting five.
They still got Chris
Even-
Paul, they got
yeah.
Gallo, so I reckon over.
Steven Adams.
Yeah, but I think people are putting under because there's a high chance these players get traded. Like
Is
Chris
there,
Paul.
though? Like, I give it to them that, like, yeah, they're probably on the chopping block, but, like, who's trading for Chris Paul and Steven Adams and, like, Gallinari?
Well, I
Gallinari.
see Gallinari and Steven Adams being able to trade for. Chris Paul's obviously a very hard
Dude,
contract.
what?
I see
Steven
people-
Adams is on, like, 25.
He's on a lot of money, but he can still perform. Like,
I know, but that is...
it's a lot of money. But I do see some team like going towards the trade deadline. They think they need this one step up. Maybe
Yep.
they just make this trade for him.
They
But
can,
I don't think Steven Adams is getting you over the line, so I don't think, like...
I mean, if you look at a team like Clippers, if he comes Clippers, that's a very good fit, I reckon.
Is it though? Like, he'd just
Can
play
he-
behind, like, Montrez and...
Yeah, like I don't know. Like
I don't think he'd play behind Montrez.
they need a player that can defend. Like they can't stop Anthony Davis, that Clippers team. So I think bringing in Steven Adams.
offensive rebounds wise, he's
Yeah, they're going to be looking
very valuable.
for a center. the
Yeah,
Clippers.
they're gonna look for center, but I don't think Steven Adams is that guy. And especially the money. Like how are they gonna like match the salaries with that? Like it's not. I just don't think so.
Fair.
Yeah, I think 31.5 is really low. Like,
Yeah.
there's such a...
Like
kind of-
the pieces they have, they've got Chris Paul, Steven Adams, Schroeder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who had a pretty decent rookie season, Andre Robertson, Danilo Gallinari, Nerlens Noel,
I'm not high on like what's his name? Dennis Schroeder. Like
Mike Muscala,
No, not at all.
nah. Like
Terrence Ferguson had a good year last year as well.
he was okay. Like they're not a good team, but like they're not 31 wins. Like they'll be a bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's mainly because Chris Paul can still perform. Gallo, I like Gallo.
Gallo played very well last
Yeah,
year.
he's like 50, 40, 90. But,
Hmm.
yeah, I'll take the over. Like, 31.5 is pretty low.
Yeah. So Zach and I both going over.
All right. Phoenix, 29.5 wins.
29.5.
That's
Yeah,
high.
Like...
Just to put that in context, they had 19 wins last season.
I know.
And did they get that much better in one season? Like,
Who'd they pick up?
I mean, they re-signed Kelly Oubre. They
And-
got players like
Ruby.
Cameron Johnson,
And Rubio.
Rubio.
yeah.
See, Rubio they overpaid for, but if you look at it from like just the player, that's a good pickup. Like it's pretty good. Like it's better than their previous point guard. So
I think it's just so way too high.
They got
I just-
Aaron Baines, if that's anything.
yeah, but Aaron Baines and these players aren't making them 10 more wins better.
No.
You know, so I'm going under still. I reckon they get better from 19.
I just also think with these 20-win teams, like, they've just got no incentive to break 30 wins. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Especially a team that's proven that they're happy tanking. So
It's like tanking isn't even that effective anymore.
yeah,
Like, even with 17, 19 wins, your chance at like a top 4 pick is like 50%.
Mhm.
Like, it's It's so edge.
Do you think they got that kind of progression out of DeAndre Ayton that they
He's
were hoping for?
He had a good season,
Yeah.
and he improved defensively towards the end of the year. He's a bit of a turnstile at the start. Like whenever
Yeah.
someone would just like set a pick and roll, he had no fucking
He's
clue.
on
where-
island, yeah.
But like, you can get better at that.
Yeah.
It's a bit edge that he doesn't have the instinct straight away. But
No.
Yeah, I don't know about this team. I'm definitely going under though.
Yeah, I don't see them pushing anywhere near 29.5.
yeah, I'd take the under. I don't think they're any kind of threat.
Also, I think they had the worst offseason in the NBA. That's my 2 cents about it. Like, they overpaid for Ricky Rubio. They traded with T.J. Warren to the Pacers for nothing.
Yeah.
Cash considerations. They thought going to get D'Angelo. Like, they got rid of. They had a chance to draft Jared Culver, traded him away for Darius Saric and Cameron Johnson. Darius Saric is good, but like, I much would have preferred they just took Jared Culver.
Yeah.
Cameron Johnson, he's an old rookie, 23. He's not bringing them anything new. He's taking like Mikal Bridges' spot pretty much.
Yeah, mate. Pretty.
They did also lose Josh Jackson. Like he was good for them last season, but it's not. Like,
No, he was
bro,
not. He was
fucking
bad. Like,
I wouldn't say he was bad.
I would say he's bad. I think he's gonna be out of like if he keeps playing like this, he's out of the league soon. The only reason he's still in the league is because potential, but like he's
Wait, is he
poor.
even on this?
No, he's
He's with Memphis.
Memphis.
Speaking of Memphis, they are the last team here with the projected lowest
Wait, did Josh Jackson get
regular
traded?
season.
With what deal?
He got traded to Memphis and just it was pretty much a throwaway deal.
Mm.
Like he's
Oh
a
my
poor
God.
player. He's
That's
a poor
just
player.
a whole year that they wasted trying to.
Alright, so
He's
this
a poor player.
next team, Memphis Grizzlies, 26.5 wins. The final team in the West.
Under, I just think like, it's too many young players. There's going to be too much just trying to like.
And I mean, if last season we had one team under 20 wins, and this year the West is even more competitive, it's
Yeah.
just
I just think these guys having to play all the West teams 4 times is just like
not good.
they're going to get rolled.
I still like their team, but yeah, under. They got some
It's
like
a good
Like,
pieces. In
I don't
there.
think Iguodala is going to be there that long. Valanciunas is like good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good offensively, but
I'm high on Jaren Jackson, and obviously I love John
John
Moran.
Morant, yep.
But yeah, no, give me under.
Joe Morant, like, is he even training right now, or is he still recovering?
Yeah, see, knee surgery is a hard thing to come straight off, so we'll see. But no, give me the under. But it's still gonna be fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
when Ja gets healthy and Josh Jackson, like that'll be fun to. Those two are fun to
Got
watch.
Jay Crowder. What just a random mix of players. Just,
It is. It's
Yeah.
not really a fit, but like, yeah.
yeah, fair. I take the under. Like, they're just going to be about like developing the young guys. I think that's like the ethos at the moment.
And that's what they should be doing.
Yeah.
I agree.
And just like accumulate assets in the meantime. But I don't think it's going to be converting to wins this year.
Yeah. So Zach and I both going under here. A lot of
We're going
agreeing
under.
today, Zach.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Alright, so that's our Western Conference completed. Just to round that off, who do you guys see being in the Western Conference Finals? Who do you see?
I think my
the two
dream
teams?
is just seeing like the LA
Battle of
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
That's what
LA.
we all want to see.
If it is Battle of LA, who comes out?
I'd probably at this point in time like pick the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like that confident about it, but like if you're picking healthy teams, I'd probably take the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hate to bet against LeBron James.
Oh,
I take Clippers as well.
I think it's a big question mark that they can't guard Anthony Davis. Like,
It's going to be very hard for that team because I
yeah,
mean
that's their probably biggest priority
Yeah.
before the trade deadline.
We
It's probably getting someone like Marcus Gasol or something.
But I mean, it'd be a bit odd doing that because we did re-sign Zubac and Harrell. Oh no, Harrell's on 1 year left.
yeah.
Zubac is not defending Anthony Davis.
I think it's just to try and keep that. We want to have some future options as well, though. I think that's what it is because we've re-signed Shamit, re-signed Zubac, and we've just picked up two pretty good rookies in that class. But
the Battle of LA is what we all want to see in the Western
Yeah,
Conference Finals,
it'd be-
and I think that will happen.
I think if the Warriors are healthy,
very
though,
good.
If the Warriors are healthy, that's a dark horse, so we'll see, though.
yeah, I don't think
'Cause they still
anybody
got-
wants to see the Warriors.
No, especially when Clay gets back. That's,
Yeah.
like, Steph's still
yeah.
arguably the best player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Let's not forget.
All right. Well, this has been the first episode of the Who Got Next podcast.
And that's a wrap.
If you guys have any suggestions or questions you want to ask us, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you're not already, subscribe.
If you want.
If you want to. Like, comment, subscribe.
All right.
I'll catch you on the next episode.